Now, in Mauritius, volunteers say the government is blocking efforts to help clean up a recent oil spill. The authorities say the area has been restricted for health reasons, but there is concern that the government's trying to silence criticism of the way it's handled this environmental crisis. The BBC's Africa correspondent Catherine Biarahanga has this report.
Mauritius is still reeling from its worst oil spill. The Japanese-owned MV Wakashio is a wreck after hitting a reef. Over 800 tons of fuel went on to leak from the vessel. Almost immediately, thousands of citizens pulled together to clean up the toxic waste. But now, much of this effort has stopped. Some volunteers say the government is imposing restrictions on access to the coastline.
The government is trying to take back control because of that solidarity movement from the people have proven that we could manage without the help of the government and the authorities. And the thing is that the situation is getting worse because there are dead animals on the coast, there are dead crabs, the mangroves are affected by the oil spill, and the effectiveness of the government in cleaning up is not very high.
Authorities have said movements in the areas affected need to be controlled because the fuel can affect people's health. But the government is also accused of targeting freedom of speech after the oil spill. Here, Axel Cheny, an investigative journalist at L'Express newspaper, is blocked from attending a press conference by Prime Minister Pravin Jugnauth.
He says that we had misreported what he said, that volunteers can be more harmful than helpful. I mean, the volunteers who are helping cleaning the beaches after the oil spill. Well, according to him, we misreported that. Well, there's no case to answer. I mean, he said it and he said it.
So how exactly did this oil spill happen?
That there has been a collapse of the ecosystem in this.
The Prime Minister and his government have been criticized for being slow to remove the shipwreck and its fuel. In an interview with the BBC last week, Mr. Jugnauth said they followed expert advice. The ocean, lagoons and mangroves around Mauritius are home to over 1,500 species of animals. Some worry politics is taking attention away from the immediate crisis.
For God's sake, we are facing an ecological disaster. It's a man-made disaster. My fear is like the debate is shifting a little bit too much. We need to bring back this debate to where it should be, on the challenges that we are facing with this ecological disaster.
What can be seen now is the impact of the thick sludge spreading across the water and shoreline. But experts warn it will take months or even years to see how toxic chemicals will affect these ecosystems. Catherine Biarahanga, BBC News.